right, Mario, we got more NBA playing tournament games going on. So here we go. Let's talk about the games that happened yesterday, and then we'll talk about the Western Conference afterwards. So let's get to my Celtics, Mario, because I enjoyed this. Jayson Tatum, my God, I am calling you my Lord and Savior. You are my new Lord and Savior. His name is Jayson Tatum. I love that man. 50 points, Mario. His third one in like what, 2 months? I think. I don't know, man. Let me tell you something about Jayson Tatum, okay? That dude is my God, bro. I love him. I love that guy, dude. He had 50 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. He had himself a really, really great game, Mario. Kemba Walker stepped up a little bit too, Mario. He had 29 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. So he did a really good job. Tristan Thompson had 12 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. So he had himself a double-double right there. And a couple of other players, Evan Fournier, he had 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And Marcus Smart had 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 6 assists. So they overall, Mario, they did a really good job. The Boston Celtics won this game 118-100. So because the Wizards ended up losing, they will end up facing the Indiana Pacers in the next game tomorrow to determine who goes to the playoffs or not. So I think they end up facing the I think whoever wins that game, because I know the Celtics, we get ourselves a treat. We go to the playoffs, but we face the Brooklyn Nets. Never mind, that's not a treat. Okay. Okay, we'll talk about that another time. Okay, we'll talk about that another time. Okay. I can't remember who the if you can look that up for me, Mario. I can't remember who the Wizards and Pacers face if they win. I'm pretty sure they face the Sixers. I could be wrong on that. It is the Sixers. All right, so whoever wins that game, between the Wizards and Pacers, they'll end up facing the Philadelphia 76ers. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Pacers and the Hornets game in a minute. I just want to touch up on the Washington Wizards. Bradley Beal did a good job, Mario. He had 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. Obviously, you expected him to have over 30, 40 points. And damn, man, the Celtics took your word for it, Mario. They held him. And they did a really good job. Same thing with Russell Westbrook. He had 20 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 assists. So he did miss the triple-double right there. Overall, Mario, I got to give the Celtics a lot of credit. Other players worth mentioning, Ish Smith had 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Daniel Gafford had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist. So overall, Mario, the Washington Wizards played a really good game as well. Obviously, it just wasn't enough to beat the Boston Celtics. And, for once, I'm actually happy with this damn team, although we had to face the Nets. So I have a little bit of a frown on my face. But, hey, man, I'll talk about the Celtics for a minute before I let you talk and move on to the next game, okay? The Celtics, without Jaylen Brown, obviously that's a huge hit. You know what I mean? But Jayson Tatum is still there. Kemba Walker played a good game yesterday. He's still there. Marcus Smart, he didn't have himself a good game. But again, he's mostly a bench player. But he did good overall. Same thing with Tristan Thompson. He did a good job. So here's what I asked of the Celtics, okay? You're facing probably the best team in the NBA. Consistency is key. I don't care what it's on. I don't care if it's on defense or offense. I don't care. You need to stay consistent because you're facing the best team in the league right now. All right, I'm going to be honest. I think the Brooklyn Nets are a better team than the 76ers. I'm going to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. You can disagree with me if you want. But you're facing the best team in the league right now. You need to step up. Without Jaylen Brown, obviously that's going to hurt, and that's going to take a lot out of you. But you need to stay consistent on offense and defense. You need to get under that team's skin. It's going to be very, very difficult, trust me. And if you can keep that going, you can take that series to 7 games. But if not, then I just don't see the Boston Celtics going deep in the playoffs this year. I really can't. But that's just what needs to happen, Mario. As for the Washington Wizards, they did play themselves a really good game. Offensively, again, it just wasn't enough to beat the Boston Celtics. But that's what needs to happen. If they need to win this game against the Indiana Pacers, they need to do a better job on offense. They need to make sure that their offensive performance will be enough to move on. That's what needs to happen. So with that being said, best of luck to my Boston Celtics against the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, even though I feel like we're going to lose, I'm still going to watch them because they're my Boston Celtics. I got to root them on. Same thing with the Washington Wizards. Best of luck to you guys against the Pacers, and we'll just see what happens moving forward, Mario.
First of all, I got to give a nice little applause for Boston Celtics. They did a great job defensively, and I said in there, I said, look, I thought the Wizards were going to win, but I said if the Celtics were going to win, they have to make Those two stars make poor decisions. Okay, I said one, give Bradley Beal tough shots. And if you look at the stats, man, that's what they did. He had 9 rebounds, 22.6 assists. But when you look at his field goals, he hit 10 out of 25. Okay, that's not good. Okay, now Russell Westbrook, I said make him make poor decisions. 20 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. He didn't really have a lot to throw to, you know? 5 assists. Again, that's not Russell Westbrook numbers right there. And he went 6 for 18. Why? Because and Russell Westbrook had a poor night, Nate. I'm going to be honest. He had a very, very poor night. You've seen how many shots he was missing. He was getting really frustrated out there. This wasn't his best game. Guys, though, like Ish Smith, they really came in clutch. Again, 6 for 8. He had 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. So I got to give him a lot of credit. But the Celtics did what they were supposed to do. Here's my concern, however, with the Boston Celtics, okay? Jayson Tatum cannot keep you cannot keep relying on Jayson Tatum to drop 50 a game. It's not going to work.
Right, absolutely.
But credit to him, he had a great game. 50 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds, and he shot 14 for 32, a little bit below 50%, but still, again, you shot a lot to get 50 points. And same thing with Kemba Walker. Shout out to him, 29 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists, but he went 10 for 24. They're overshooting it a little bit, and the team in general, their field goal percentage was below 50%. They were at like 43, and I think the Wizards were like at 39 or something. I can't remember. Oh no, the Celtics were at 39 and the Wizards were at 43. That's what was shocking. Okay, so when you really look at it, I think the Celtics need to be more consistent on offense and take the load off of Jayson Tatum. He can't keep dropping 50 points a night. Okay, like even though he's capable of dropping 50 points here and there, and he's done it like a few times in like a couple of weeks. You can't rely on him to do that game after game after game. It's not going to work. Maybe that's what he may have to do in order to beat the Nets. But you're going up against the Nets now. Okay, James Harden, KD, Kyrie Irving, if they want to, they will drop 50 on somebody's head. But that's the 3 you're going up against. And again, I'm not sure who's playing for the Nets and who's not. The Nets is always a surprise, Nate. You never know who's playing with that big 3. Okay, some days it's 2 out of 3. Some days it's 1 out of 3. Some days you get shocked and they hit you in the face and it's like 0 out of 3. You never know. Okay, but I know this: the Nets are the only team in the league that can take one of their stars out, can afford it, and still end up winning the finals. So the Celtics got a rude awakening coming up for them, But in order for the Celtics to win, like you said, I think they got to be consistent on defense and offense, and you have to get guys involved. Jayson Tatum cannot keep dropping 50 points a night, okay? I don't even know if I can rely on Kemba Walker to drop 30 a night like he did. I don't know if I can rely on that. They have to be good all around, and I understand it's going to be tough with Jaylen Brown out. That's understandable. Jaylen Brown has been a good player for them, but the Celtics, they gotta be better all around. You can't keep having Jayson Tatum hit 50 points, because I don't know if Jayson Tatum can hit 50 points a night, And if he does, I mean, credit to him. He's going to prove himself to be one of the most clutch playoff performers there is. But again, I can't see it happening. He could hit a 50-point in like game 1 and then game 4 hit another one. I can see that, but like consistently against the Brooklyn Nets, I can't see it. So with that being said, if the Celtics have a chance of beating the Nets, they got to be more consistent offensively. You got to have a better field goal percentage than what you did with the Wizards. And defensively, if you could do to the Nets what you did to the Wizards, then do that again. Then do that again to the Nets, because you're going to definitely need to do it. So with that being said, congratulations to the Celtics. They played an amazing game defensively. Offensively, they did very good as well. A little bit of inconsistency, but still. And I wish them the best of luck. As for the Wizards, I wish them the best of luck against the Indiana Pacers. They're really going to have to learn from this game against the Celtics, and they're going to have to bounce back against the Pacers to make the 8th seed.
Right, and speaking of the Pacers, we got to talk about the Pacers versus the Hornets. The Pacers won 144 to 117, and because of that, Mario, the Hornets are eliminated from playoff contention. It's like you said, you kind of expected this. I thought the Hornets were going to win, but Mario, it just wasn't even close. They lost by almost 30 points. Let me just get to the Hornets stats real quick. Miles Bridges had 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. LaMelo Ball had 14 points, 1 rebound, and 4 assists. So not a really good game out of LaMelo Ball. Teddy Rozier only had 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Cody Zeller had 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. So when I look at it, Mario, I don't know what went wrong for the Charlotte Hornets. A lot of things went wrong for them. Let me just go to the Pacers real quick. O'Shea Brissett had 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. So good game out of him. Doug McDermott had 21 points, 3 rebounds, and now 2 assists. Domantas Sabonis had 14 points, 21 rebounds. Mario, that's some good stuff out of him. I like seeing that. And 9 assists. He had 21 rebounds. That's really good out of him. And that's probably one of the things that contributed to their win. Justin Holiday had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. Malcolm Borden had 16 points and 8 assists. TJ McConnell had 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kellen Martin had 14 points and 2 rebounds, and George Bataze had 14 points. I butchered that. I'm sorry if I did. He had 14 points. Bataze, yeah, thank you. He had 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 assist. So overall, Mario, a lot of players on the Indiana Pacers had over 10 points. They had double digits in the point in the point section, and they had a couple of players in the double digit in rebounds. So that's overall, they did an absolutely amazing job on offense, Mario. They really did do a good job, and on defense, they almost blew them out by 30 points. 144 to 117. And that's what I was talking about with the Pacers the other day. They're really good at blowing teams out. But the problem with the Pacers is that they're on and off. Like sometimes they'll blow a team out, but the other night they end up getting blown out.
Right.
But overall tonight, last night a really, really great job. As for the Charlotte Hornets, offense just did not show up. Even though they scored 117 points, which is really good. They were relying on certain players, and other players just didn't show up. Like you were talking about with the Boston Celtics, you can't solely rely on Jayson Tatum. When it comes to the Charlotte Hornets, a lot of people rely on LaMelo Ball. He only scored 14 points.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what happened with the Charlotte Hornets. And honestly, now that they're out of the playoffs, they need to go back to their drawing board and figure out what's gonna happen moving forward. Because like I said yesterday, if I'm a Charlotte Hornets fan, I'm optimistic about what's going on with the future. If Michael Jordan can help get great pieces to this team, and build what he's already got, I can see the Charlotte Hornets team going deep in the future. But as of right now, I think the Hornets need to learn from this loss and just go back to their drawing board and figure out what's going to happen next year. So with that being said, I do wish the Charlotte Hornets the best of luck in the offseason. It's unfortunate that their season had to come to an end, but, there can only be one winner. So with that being said, best of luck to the Indiana Pacers as well against the Washington Wizards. Let me just go to that game real quick. That is on tomorrow at 8 p.m. That's going to be at the Capital One Arena in D.C., in the nation's capital. So I wish them the best of luck against the Wizards, and we'll just see what happens, Mario.
Yeah, well, I wish the Charlotte Hornets the best of luck in this offseason. Again, congratulations to the Indiana Pacers, and I wish them the best of luck against the Wizards. But yeah, I mean, you said it, Nate. Like I said, you're putting a lot of pressure on a rookie. Especially, I believe he's like 19 years old. You're putting a lot of pressure on a 19-year-old to take your team to the playoffs, And again, 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist?
Yeah.
No. Is that how it went? 14?
Somewhat.
14
let me go back
4
to
assists, 1 rebound. My bad.
Okay.
And again, that's not enough to get to the playoffs. Same thing with Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier had a decent game, but it wasn't Terry Rozier numbers. 16 points, 6 assists, and 8 rebounds. The highest score was Bridges with 23, 4 assists, and 8 rebounds. They had 5 guys in the double digits, but when you look at the Indiana Pacers, man, they just lit it up. They lit it up. They had 2 guys in double-digit rebounds, Domantas Sabonis and Gogo Batadze. They had Sabonis, who had 9 assists. They had Holiday, who had 5 assists. They had Brogdon, who had 8 assists. The other Holiday and Aaron Holiday, he had 5 assists as well. TJ McConnell had 4 steals. Like, you can't ask for more. Batadze had 3 blocks. And then you look at the actual points, Nate. They had 8 players in that game with double-digit points. Defensively, the Charlotte Hornets just didn't do good. Offensively, if they played better defensively, they could have had a better chance of winning that game. But they didn't. If the Hornets would have played the Celtics, they would have lost by 1 point. But defensively, they just didn't play good. You allowed 144 points. You allowed 8 guys to drop double digits on you. Okay? 21 rebounds for Domantas Sabonis, and 20 of them were defensive rebounds. Okay? Gogo Batadze, he didn't even start, and he had 10 rebounds. He had 3 blocks as well. They just beat them defensively, offensively, and everywhere around. That's what they did. Okay, TJ McConnell had 4 steals on you guys. Okay, you let a few guys almost hit 10 assists. You let Brogdon hit 8 and you let Sabonis hit 9. That's not enough. They had to do better defensively and they just didn't do it. That's as simple as that. So the Charlotte Hornets now, if I'm Michael Jordan, I'm looking at, like you said, I'm looking at better players, obviously, like to bring more players in. What I'm really looking for is guys who can have a role defensively. Bring that defensive presence to get the defense out of guys. So for instance, like when LeBron was with other teams, they knew he was a good defender, but they questioned how much he used his defense, Remember that? They questioned like, well, LeBron, defensively, sometimes he doesn't try or whatever like that, which is obviously nonsense. But then what happened? They brought Anthony Davis in, who was a great defender, and it brought out the defensive presence in LeBron James. And the Lakers are one of the best defensive teams right now. So do that. Bring in a defensive guy who could bring a defensive presence to the team. And you know who I would be looking at? I'd probably make a trade for a guy on the Pacers. His name is Miles Turner. That's a guy I would love. I would love the Hornets to grab. Why? Because not only is he a good defender, but it brings a defensive presence to the Hornets that they don't have. You have the offensive presence in LaMelo Ball. You have the offensive presence in Terry Rozier. You have the offensive presence in PJ Tucker and Bridges. Okay, even Gordon Hayward. You have that offensive presence in him as well. Get that defensive presence because I haven't seen it. You have Bismack Biyombo, who's a great defender, but get that other defender as well. And I think the Hornets have an optimistic future. I really do. And I still think they do. But I think defensively, that's what they need the most. So if I'm Michael Jordan and I'm the people around him, that's who I'm going after right there. But with that being said, I wish the Hornets the best of luck in the offseason. I wish the Indiana Pacers the best of luck heading to Washington to face the Wizards. And we'll see who takes that 8th seed, Nate.
Oh boy, Mario, here we go. We got the Western Conference playing, which starts today. Let's talk about the first game, Mario. It's the Spurs and the Grizzlies. It's going to be a good game, Mario. This one's going to be in the FedEx Forum in Memphis. It's going to be on tonight at 7:30, so make sure you go check that out. And this is going to be a good game, Mario. They're in the same situation as the Hornets and the Pacers. Whoever wins this game faces the loser of the Warriors and Lakers, which we'll get to that in just a minute. I'm excited for that one. We'll get to that in just a second. But whoever ends up losing this game will get eliminated from the playoffs, Mario. I'm looking at it, Mario, and I'm going to be honest with you. I got my homie Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies winning this game. I really do. Don't get me wrong. The Spurs are a relatively decent team, but I think the Grizzlies are a little bit better. On offense and on defense. So I'm gonna go with the Grizzlies. I'm gonna rock with my homie Ja. That's my boy. Shout out to Ja Morant out there. You know what I mean? But yeah, Mario, I want to hear you guys say. I'll go with the Grizzlies on this game. I will.
This is so.
It's tough.
It is so
it's tough.
And let me tell you something. This is the biggest proving game for Ja Morant. Let's see. You were a rookie last year. Okay, you took your team to the bubble, but you didn't necessarily quite get into the playoffs, I don't believe. Let's see what you do. I want to see so bad. Let's see what this guy does in year 2. This is what's going to prove it. This is what's going to prove the evolution of Ja Morant right here. I want to see what this man does in year 2. But it's tough, Nate. I don't know if I can bet against Popovich. That is a GOAT right there. I don't know, man. This is what's so tough. You know what, Nate? It's so tough. I'm thinking, man, oh my God. I got to go with instinct. Give me the Spurs.
All right.
I'm going to go Spurs.
I want to go.
The reason why is because when I look at that team and I look at like DeJounte Murray and I look at DeMar DeRozan, those are the guys I'm looking at to take the Spurs to the playoffs, and I just don't know if it's going to be a very close game, but I think Popovich is going to be the guy to do it. Okay, I'm not okay. Popovich, I know the past few years he hasn't had the biggest success, but I'm not counting out my guy yet. I'm not counting
Father Pop.
Father Pop. I'm not more like Grandfather Pop because he's been there forever. But like I'm not counting out. I'm not counting out Popovich yet, man. I'm not counting him out. So with that being said, give me the Spurs. Okay, I got Popovich coaching that team to the playoff.
All right, best of luck.
Or not to the playoffs. Excuse me, to the next play-in game because 9 and 10.
Yeah, Right. So best of luck to both teams again. That's at the FedEx Forum in Memphis tonight at 7:30. So make sure you go check that out. But nobody gives a damn about that game, Mario. Because you
Wow,
know
you're
what
gonna
game?
do it like
You know what
that?
game
I
is
mean, I know
going?
what the next game is, but you can.
I mean, everybody's talking about this game, Mario. Okay, it's the Warriors and the defending champion Lakers. This is on tonight at 10 p.m. at the Staples Center, of course. This is going to be a really fun game to watch, Mario. It's going to be LeBron versus Steph Curry. You know, the two best basketball players in the world. You know what I mean? They're MVP candidates. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. And hey, look, Mario, you know, the Lakers are just like the Celtics. You know, they should not be in this position. You know, they should have had a playoff spot here.
Right, but again, injuries really did catch up.
Injuries, right? Yeah, and that got the best of them. You know, they were just like the Celtics. Although, unlike the Lakers, the Celtics had more going for them, and it just But look, this is going to be a really good game, Mario. And oh man, I don't know who I got winning, but obviously, whoever loses this game has to face the winner of the 9 and 10 seed. So it won't be over for them.
Right.
Oh man, Mario. Oh, it's tough, man. Because you got Steph Curry, Draymond Green still playing on that team. Who's that rookie that they drafted? I forgot his name.
James Wiseman. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Wiseman's playing.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But
I'm not sure.
I'll say this, okay? I want the Warriors to win because I want to see them face. I think they end up facing the Phoenix Suns if they win this series. Whoever wins this game, I think they face the Phoenix Suns. I got the Lakers winning this game only because I think they have more pieces to the puzzle. But I really want to see the Warriors win this game. I'm rooting for the Warriors, but I think I'm gonna go with the Lakers with this one.
Just when we thought this rivalry was over, it comes right back.
Yep.
Just when we thought it was over. Just when we thought one team was gonna escalate and the other team was gonna decline. Okay, just when we thought they were on opposite sides of the escalator, one was going up and the other one was going down, it comes right back at us.
Yep.
Look, we got Chef versus King. All right. And then on the other time, we got Draymond versus Unibrow. Look, listen. Listen, okay?
Oh, man.
I got the Lakers win this game, Nate. I will say this, though. If Curry beats the Lakers and gets that 7th seed, he better be top 3 in this MVP race, or I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
He better be. Like, there's no joke. I'm not joking with nobody. He better be top 3 in that MVP race. Okay, I know people got Jokic in there. I know people got Embiid. Put Curry in that conversation. If he beats the Lakers, put him in that conversation. Because honestly, Nate, I'm gonna be real with you. This is either gonna be a blowout by the Lakers or Curry's gonna drop 50 and make this game even. But either way, I got the Lakers winning this game. Okay, but Curry better be prepared to drop 50 today. Because I think that's what.
Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Again, they got other scoring options. They got, like Kelly Oubre is pretty good. Andrew Wiggins is pretty good. Draymond Green's obviously still a good defensive threat. But let me tell you something. Do you honestly believe that with a healthy LeBron and AD, that those guys are going to be the ones that drop 50? No, it's gonna be Steph Curry. I don't know what they're. And look, it'd be pretty funny, Nate, if they put LeBron as point guard for this game and just have LeBron and Curry go 1-on-1 with each other. And look, I think throughout the years, I think Steph Curry and LeBron gained a lot of mutual respect for each other, throughout all those finals and all the battles that they've been through. Whether you want to count the 3 that Steph Curry won against LeBron, or you want to count the 3-1 lead that the Warriors blew against LeBron, or you want to count like even before that when LeBron shot that buzzer beater against the Warriors when he was with the Heat. You can count either one of those, Nate. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if this is going to be the conclusion of the rivalry, but hey, look, the rivalry continues. Do you remember like a few years ago, we just used to be like, why do we got to see this again?
We're seeing it again.
Look, man, I'm going to say it this way. You don't know what you have until it's gone.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, and we're blessed to have it back. Okay, now don't get me wrong. If the Warriors were to have like Klay Thompson, I think I might pick the Warriors for this one, to be real with you.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, because there's another guy who could drop 50 if he wanted to. But Klay Thompson, unfortunately, isn't playing. So when we really look at this, Nate, give me the Lakers, okay? All I know is Steph Curry, be prepared to drop 50. That's it, because I think that's what it's going to take for them to have a chance at winning. Okay, Draymond Green's got to play one of the best defensive games that he's played this season. And again, the other thing is the contributing cast. The Kelly Oubre's, the Andrew Wiggins, they got to be ready to play a good game too. it's going to be a very fun, entertaining game, like you said. But at the end of the day, I can't bet against the GOAT of our generation. I got to go with LeBron James.
Right, absolutely. So with that being said, best of luck to the Warriors, the Lakers. Again, they play tonight at 10 p.m. at the Staples Center, so make sure you go check that out. With that being said, Mario, best of luck to all the teams still playing. Best of luck to the Spurs and Grizzlies. We'll see what happens moving forward.